So how do you go from being confused and having all these questions about what you're going to do, how you're going to do your project, how's it going to work, what equipment do you need, how do you need to do this, how are you going to learn how to do this? How do you go from that to having a absolutely solid idea? Well, that's what the stage we are at is all about. And here's essentially the process that you're going to be carrying out, is inquiring and analysing. Okay? You're going to be graded against the inquiring and analysing rubric. So there's two parts to this, right? You've got to find out stuff, and then you've got to figure out what the stuff that you've found out means. Okay? Just rewind that, listen to that again. So how are you going to do that? First of all, in order to find stuff out, you need to ask the right questions. So that's our starting point. We've got to write some questions. I'm going to suggest that you write about 10 questions to start off with, but then be prepared to get rid of at least 5 of them and concentrate on just the 5 best. But you're not going to write your 5 best questions first. So right here, write 10 questions. Those are things that you need to find out, things that you need to learn. After you've done those questions, you've got to find the answers. Sometimes the answers are simply a matter of going on to Google, banging in the question and seeing what you get, maybe going to YouTube, looking up some tutorials. Sometimes, in order to get the answer, you have to actually pick up a new skill. And that might mean making a plan to check out some equipment, learn how the equipment operates, set it up, try it out, and then you'll be able to say, yes, I have answered that question. So you've got to find those answers. Now, all of this time, you're documenting this in OneNote. So the research process that you're carrying out is going to be written up in OneNote. What you're going to hand in at the end of this for grading against the Inquiring and Analysing rubric is your OneNote page. Okay? So that's what I'm going to be checking to see the evidence of all of this happening. So if you've been finding out answers to stuff, I need to see that material that you found here. I want to see photos, I want to see links to things that you've looked at, things that you've watched, evidence that you've done some finding of these answers. Then the last thing in your research notes, this is your research notes that you're doing, the last thing that you're doing is analysing it. So you're saying in your analysis what it means, what the implication is. By the end of this process, you should have a very clear idea about what you're going to do, make, and how you're going to go about doing it. And that is the inquiring and analysing process. So, first step, write some questions, at least 10. Second step, find the answers, document everything that you're finding in your OneNote to create a set of research notes, and then write something about the stuff that you found in order to analyse what you found. Okay? That's the inquiring and analysing stage of your project.